Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at Loudhams near Nottingham and I'm here to review this. It's the Hymer ML-T 570 Xperience Edition motorhome. So what do we need to know about it? Well, it's from the German manufacturer Hymer and it's based on the Mercedes. Now this motorhome is 3.5 tonnes or 3,500 kilos, so you can drive it on your Category B licence. If you want, you can upplate it to 4,100 kilos, but you will need your C1 for that. Price-wise, if you're wanting to get into a Mercedes-based Hymer, this could be the one for you because prices start at £110,000. I know it is a lot of money, but for Hymer, that is good money to get you into a Hymer. So let's go through a few more facts and figures. As I say, it's based on the Mercedes. It's the semi-integrated cab layout. We can see the front here. It has the grey paintwork on the cab and these stripes here on the decals. It has 170 horsepower. This one is actually rear-wheel drive. These come as rear-wheel drive and automatic transmission. We can see the big Mercedes badge. We've got the black plastic front bumper and the grille, which we can see, and then the lovely Mercedes headlights. These also come with all the latest safety features on Mercedes as well. They're very safe vehicles. Let's talk about some sizes. So this motorhome, the 570 Xperience Edition, is 6 metres and 74 centimetres in length. It's 2.2 metres wide and it's 2 metres and 92 centimetres in height. And we've already covered that it starts at 3.5 tonnes. Let's have a look down the offside. So we are getting the electrically operated wing mirrors, and we also get a standard, these black alloy wheels. These are 16-inch, and you get all-season tyres as well, as we can see there, Continental tyres. As we head down the offside, so we've got the grey cab, the white sides, and we can see the decals for 2025, the distinctive Hymer logo there, these silver parts, and then here Xperience Edition. So it's obviously showing that limited edition, that model it is. We've got the one-piece habitation door, electric step as standard, and then moving up, the two-lay wind-out canopy, that comes with it as well. As I move down, we're going to have the gas barbecue point and mud flaps as well. These come as standard. Electric hookup as well for when you are on site and have access to the electric. And then we have a garage. Now this has got a really generous sized garage. I'll just open this door up for us. So it opens sideways and you can see in here the amount of headroom you get in here as well as width. So this is an excellent garage for bikes, or if you did have the weight capacity, a scooter. The flooring, it has this rubber matting that's been put down into it, and then it has a solid black floor. The carpet, the grey. There's 2 plug sockets and a 12 volt, and there's also the addition of this hot and cold external shower as well. So a good size rear garage there on the ML-T 570 Xperience. Then we'll come round the back. So the back end, we have got the Hymer badge up there in the chrome, the rear view camera, and as we come down, the Mercedes badge again, ML-T 570, and we can just see a small introduction of some decals on the back, and then the Hymer light cluster. I like these, very distinctive. That is the Hymer brand. Let's head off down the near side of the motorhome. Now on the 570, there's a second garage door, and then we have our gas locker. This motorhome takes 2 6-kilo gas bottles, so you can have a look in there. So that's where you can store your gas. And there's also the addition of a little shelving unit here as well. Maybe put your electric hookup cable or something in there. Close that up. Then we have the water filler point. Now this motorhome has a 120 litre fresh water tank and a 100 litre waste water tank, and those tanks can be dumped automatically through an electric switch in the cab, so you don't have to do that manually. Carrying on, we have our toilet cassette point, and then the vent here for the Truma. Now this motorhome, it runs off a Truma diesel heater, so it doesn't use gas, it actually runs off the diesel system, and that is really handy if you're off grid a lot or you do go into cold conditions and you're not reliant on the gas and the risk of that running out. We then also have a locker here where we find electrical parts, and then there's an understorage locker here as well within that motorhome. Cab, we can see here, we'll just have a look here into the, oh we won't, it's locked, into the near side. I haven't unlocked it, so we won't see that. We'll see when we go in. So that is the exterior of the 570 Xperience edition on the Mercedes. Let's go and take a look inside because I like the interior of this one, and you'll see when we go in, it either will be for you or it won't. So opening up this door, so on this model on the Xperience, there's two black hooks. We have the white door, the black handle. We're very much into the white and black. A little bin here, and then let's go in. There is a black handle here to help you in, so you can take hold of that. And into the cab we go. So I'll dive up here first of all. Right, now this has got the light coloured upholstery. This captain's chair does also swivel round. It's just in that position at the moment. What we're getting here is the bamboo. So we've got the bamboo table, and you can see the bamboo in the walls as well. Now, as I say, this is a 3-berth motorhome with 4 travel seats. This area here, it will convert into a bed if you're wanting to use this for that 3rd person. Up in the cabs, so we have the Mercedes steering wheel. It's multifunctional with the leather finish. As I say, this is automatic. It's got the electric parking brake, the start-stop button. We've got our water drop point, a step retraction button, air conditioning here in the cab. And this is where we're going to see our rear view camera and the satellite navigation system. So this is the front, nice space in the Mercedes, and it has got blinds on both windows at the side and in the front window as well. If I stand up, we've got the sunroof here. Obviously this will open, it's got a blind as well. And then up here on each side, we've got these little lamps. I'll pull this out. There's a button at the back. If I press that, it turns it on and off. And you can move those about wherever you want them. Just put that back. And they also have a USB charger in them as well, which you can just see there. So 2 lamps on each side. Now moving back, so this is our lounge area. I'll just squeeze through here. What you'd normally do when you were pitched up on site, you'd probably turn both your chairs around, and then you've got the additional lounge area and this table as well. Here, this is standard. This is a 32-inch television. This comes standard within that price of £110,000. And then if I move this way, we do have an overhead locker here. I'll open that. You can see the control up there for the Truma heating, some storage there. I'll bring that down, and then this is actually a lamp. You plug it into your, under here there's a plug socket, there's USBs and light switches, but this is actually a lamp. And what you can do is with this lead, I won't do it now, but there's a place you can hang it from here on the ceiling, and you can have it hanging over the table. So it's sort of just a nice ambient light really. Coming back now, because this model doesn't have a drop down bed, we've got this nice big sunroof. This is a really good size here. If you want, you can add a solar panel, and you can also add air conditioning as well. That isn't fitted as standard for the £110,000. So we've got this here. Then coming through, we move into the kitchen space. So on the kitchen space, on the 570, we've got this flap here for additional worktop space, and there's a couple of shallow shelves there. Then we move along and we have a Dometic 3 gas burner hob. So that's there. I'll drop that back down. A bit more of the bamboo, the blinds as well, the kitchen window, and then we have this storage cupboard above the appliances, as you can see there. You are also going to get 2 plug sockets here, and this nice tile effect finish. I like this, and I certainly like this black tap as well. And then you've got this chopping board or draining board, however you wish to use it, and the deep sink as well. So I'll put that back. And then moving along, we're going to get this grey finish on here. You can hang towels on there, little tea towels if you wanted to. And then we'll move downwards. So coming down, I do like these little leather tabs that you get as well. So you push these out and then you just pull these to slide. So we've got drawer space and we've got our cutlery tray space as well. I'll just push that shut. And that one as well. There's a second drawer as well. Just have a quick look in there. And in here, there is a further bin, an 8-litre bin, as you can see there. You can actually move that bin around as well. It doesn't have to stay there. It is manoeuvrable. There we go. And then coming back, what we are getting is a small Thetford oven, which is up here. I'll just pull that open for you. So you can see in there the oven that we get. That runs off gas. It is a little bit high, so just be careful if you're using that. And then we have a Dometic tower fridge and freezer. This is a compressor fridge and freezer. It runs solely off electric, so it doesn't run off the gas, just off the electric system. And this is 159 litre capacity, so not bad at all. So this is basically what you're going to get within your kitchen space. Not bad for a motorhome that's 6 metres and 74 centimetres. Now, coming onto the near side, we have 2 hooks here. And then we find the washroom. Now this is again a good use of space because we're going to get our shower, our toilet and our sink in this space. So starting in this corner, you can probably see there the shower. And what we do is if we press that, this will pull this wall across. I'll demonstrate this before we look at the sink. So you pull this across and it exposes the shower. There's also, if you turn this here, this pulls out to be part of the shower screen. So I'll just demonstrate that. So that is the floor space within the shower. It has got that rack there, you can lift that out. The shower itself and somewhere to put your shower gels. And there's also somewhere to hang your towel. And there's a hecky up there with a blind as well. Let me just put that back. So that folds back like that. That goes back like that. Lock that in place. And then we've got the sink. Now you bring the shower head back down and attach it back into there. And that's going to be the tap for the bathroom sink. And then we've got some cupboards. Now we'll step in now. So in here we've got a bathroom cabinet. And what I like are these bungees, because the worst thing that can happen is you drive on your travels in your motorhome, get to site, open the cupboard door and everything falls out on you, and that's not what you want. So these are a really good thing to look for when you're looking at motorhomes. These little additional things that are going to make life a lot easier for you when you're out and about. Then we have a further cabinet here and again a bungee cord as well. And then there's a little bit of storage as well just down there. And there you can see the Thetford toilet as well with the flush that runs off the fresh water system. There's always a compromise. What I'll say, my compromise that I found on this is there's not a very deep cabinet in the bathroom for you. I like a little bit more kitchen or bathroom cabinet space, and I don't feel I've got that there. But I have got a toilet roll holder, look, as well, if you can just see that. So as it goes, not a bad all-in-one washroom for the size of the motorhome. Now, coming back to the main beds, I have already prepared this and I'll explain this. Sometimes I like to try and demonstrate it as I'm doing it, and as you know, it doesn't always go to plan, but we'll see how this works. Now, the longitudinal beds at the rear of the motorhome, these are a good size. This is the longest one. Let's go through the sizes first. This is 190 centimetres long. It's 77 centimetres wide. This one, a little bit shorter, 186 centimetres long, and again 77 centimetres wide. Now what I've already done, this has the middle section, as you can see here. If you don't want to use it as single beds or longitudinal beds, you can use it as this big double like this, so you can see it in all its glory. I'm going to climb up in a minute, but I'm just going to talk first about the bedroom space. We've got the bamboo on the walls, we've got the grey fabric on the headboard there, and then we have got a number, well, a number of little cupboards. If I just open one up and you can see inside them, so it gives you an idea of the depth and the height to these cupboards. And I'll just close that. There's also a little hook here. If you wanted to hang something off there, you could. There is some wardrobe space. I'm coming to that. But you've got a little hook there and another bungee there. So that's the beds in this format. Now, to climb up, I have deployed the step, and I'll show you this in a second. This step, I have got this out ready. If you're going to use the bed like this, you're going to need this step. So what I'll do, I'll just climb up onto it. So climb up. In my ever graceful manner. There we go. So I've clambered up as it is in the double bed. We've got a privacy screen curtain here, as we can see, light switches, this little storage compartment here, and there's also a plug socket on that side and a charging point as well. Then we've got this big sunroof here. Obviously, if you're having air conditioning fitted, you're going to lose either probably this one or the one in the middle of the motorhome, but that's what we've got there. Now, if you're having it as the double, you've got all this space, great. If you're not having it as a double, what you can do, you take this cushion out like so, and then you'll see this plastic tray part here. you can remove this. I'll just do this now. You can always, if you don't want it at all, you can just store it at home. Otherwise, you can put it in your motorhome garage. So that, you can take that away, and this is how it'd look like with the longitudinal beds, and obviously get these cushions. When it's in this mode, you do not need the extra step that I deployed. So let me climb down and put that away. I'll try and do it all in one. If it doesn't work, I'll cut you off and I'll put it away. So basically, you need to lift this storage step here, and then we slide, we collapse, if you can see, we collapse that step down like that. And then this slides back and down and drops down. Drop it down, and then this comes up here and this drops down like that. I nailed it first time. So there we go, that is the step. So if you're not using it as the other bed, you would just climb up like that. That then leads to our wardrobe space. We have space under here, you can see it's illuminated as well. So good amount of wardrobe and hanging space and ground storage there. And then under this one as well, I'll just show you this one. Pulling that open there, some cupboard space there. Right, there we go. So that all went to plan. That is the longitudinal beds, as I say, 190 centimetres long, 186 centimetres long, the bamboo finish on the walls, 159 litre compressor fridge and freezer, all in one shower and washroom. Only compromise for me is I'd want a slightly deeper cabinet, but that's not going to be what everybody wants. You're getting the 32-inch television. There is the small oven up there, which again offers something better than nothing. 3 gas burners, lovely sink, an additional worktop flap as well for in the kitchen. This nice lounge space with the bamboo table, and obviously on Mercedes. It's got the diesel heater, don't forget, it's not gas, it runs off the diesel, and it does not come standard with the solar or the air conditioning or Wi-Fi. If you want those 3 things, you would just have to add them. But I have enjoyed having a look at this. So this is the ML-T 570 Xperience edition. I believe there is a 580 coming, but it's not coming to the UK yet, but it is coming. So I'll wait to see what that brings. So there we go. £110,000 starting price. So what you've seen there, obviously if you want to add a few more bits, it's going to increase that price, but that does get you into a Mercedes-based rear-wheel drive automatic Hymer. Hopefully you have enjoyed having a look at that. I know I've enjoyed having a trot through it. I do like Hymers, as you probably know. Thank you to Loudons, who've allowed us to come and film, and thank you to Hymer, who've asked us to come along and do this. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.